Okay, so Koda's playing outside. I'm just gonna let him in. He's gonna be a little bit wild, and we're gonna talk about dealing with him when he's excited like that. Koda! Koda! So he's super excited. He's jumpy. We want him straight on his placemat. So this is a mat that you want in the entranceway of your house. Somewhere that's convenient, right? It doesn't have to be like directly in front of the door. It can be off to the side by like if you have an entrance table. Or it can be if you have like a landing. Some people have like their door and then stairs. So like a landing that's a little higher works too. Just somewhere that's obvious visually for the dog. So some kind of mat or raised surface. So it could be like a little stool or something too. But you really want the dog coming in and practicing this when you come in the door, when he comes in the door, and obviously when guests arrive is the ideal. But if he's practiced it when family members arrive home or when he walks in the door and he practices doing this, and it's very high value and he gets lots of treats here, it will be 1,000 times easier when a guest comes. More challenging, obviously, because he's more excited because it's a new person. But he'll have had so much practice that you may need to like physically block him from going to see the guest, but he'll know to go back. You'll probably have to tell him once or twice, and then he'll go back and he'll wait there, and you can reward him and feed him. And the more you practice it, the better he'll get at it. It's just routine for dogs, right? So doing this when anyone comes in the door at your house will really help to solidify that for when guests come. Okay. So that's how I release him. Okay, and then I put him back place. And I'm just gonna wait till he goes down. He does the automatic down. You don't need to ask him. If he doesn't go down right away, I just quietly stand and stare at him. And sometimes I put my hand on my hips like this. So I'm just telling him with my body language, I'm waiting for you to do something here. And he'll remember. He struggles to hold that down, but active dogs often do. And what I do with most dogs, I feed them on the mat. He finds that very distracting because he constantly starts sniffing the mat and then he gets up. So I've been feeding him straight to his mouth on the mat, and he's still recognizing the mat. I do it because it makes the mat a more valuable place if you're putting food on it, on the object itself. But he's quite good about going there even so. But you can see he's getting out of his down now and then going back down, right? So I'm going to feed him a little faster just to keep that down so that he doesn't sit back up, just as a little reminder right now because he's having a hard time holding it. So what you can do if you find that it's slipping a little bit, you just increase your reinforcement a little bit. So he goes in the down and you'll feed him a couple of times, right? Just like I'm doing right now. Just make it a little higher value for him to hold that. And then you start working on your stay behavior here. I dropped that place. So he's in his down there. I don't have to ask him to stay, but I will stay just to help reinforce that behavior. I have all my Christmas decorations up here, so we're a little cramped. I'm gonna go in the kitchen and I'll step out of sight. But first he needs to be in his down position. That's a good boy. Stay. So he started walking towards me, and I just took a couple steps towards him. And I didn't see that off camera. Place. So he got up before I released him. I'm just going to come back and put him right back in the same position. I'm going to try and make it a little easier this time. Good boy. He wants to go check out the other dogs. That's why he's like looking off in this direction. And he thinks that when I leave, he's just going to take off, but that's not what we're doing here. Stay. So he's up. I'm going to put him back on his place. And I'm going to do it 2 more times, and then I'm going to release him to move. can you use your voice differently? Show him his, this one's yours, right? Instead of saying, yelling at him about don't do this, don't do that. You can say, no, this is mine, and you can play with yours and hand him his again. But you don't start yelling, okay? You just change the tone of your voice. I'm just reminding you. You're just going to patiently set that boundary with him, okay? Okay. You can be firm, but you don't need to be angry. Good boy. I didn't release him. So I'm just bringing him back. I used the food to lure him back to position. And he went and offered me this nice little down, which is great. Okay. Okay, you can go be free. Good boy. Where'd it go? Where did it go? Good boy. So I'm just going to ignore him for a sec. And if he offers me a nice behavior, that's fine. I'll feed it. So if he does this automatically, that's great. If he does this at home, he just randomly goes and lays down on something in front of you, that's good. You want to reward it because we want those behaviors offered. So we did a nice little down here, but he's not on the mat. So I'm going to ask him to go on the mat if he wants to get his reward. Yeah. Good boy. That's good. Okay. So I usually throw a treat when I say okay as the release. You could just say okay and like call him over to you to get his treat as well. And that will also release him, or call him over to you to get pets or something like that too. Oh, he found it. I'm just gonna do a little healing. Heal. So I'm creating a little gap between the word and the hand signal. They usually pick up the hand signals first. So I'm gonna say it again, heal. And then I pause and then I get the hand signal. And so they're more likely to respond to the verbal cue after a little bit because they're like, oh, she says it first and then waits and then gives me the hand signal. So if I respond to verbal cue, I get my treat sooner. And that's exactly what it is. Let's go. Good boy. I was using the cones with him just because he's a little sloppy. Sometimes when we start walking, he's just like, oh, and I'm like throwing his body all over the place. So we were going around the cones just so that he was more aware of where his body was positioned. And we weaved them a little bit. And you can do that in public as well. If you feel like he's really bouncy and just like, oh, kind of flailing. It's just a puppy thing. But I found, yeah, it helped him a lot. Heal. You just have to check the other dogs out. So when I'm asking him to heal, my hand signal is just turning my wrist around in this general area. So again, I'm just turning my hand. That's how I teach it. Just turning his nose to turn his butt. Sit. Good boy. Stay. Oopsies. Heal. I know you got really excited. Sit. Hungry? Stay. No. Good boy. We've been working on this a little bit, so we're doing a stay from the heel. Stay. Weston, don't hit, please. Good boy. Stay. Good dog. Good boy. Good dog. Stop one. Good dog. Good. Good boy. And we've been working on his leave it. Leave it. Good dog. Leave it. Good dog. So I'm looking for eyeballs on me. Leave it. Good boy. Leave it. I'm looking on eyeballs, yes, at my face, not my hands, right? So if you're not sure, if you feel like he's looking at food and not you, you just drop your hands, right? And then you know whether he's looking at you or if he's looking at your treats. That's a good boy. That was very good. But ideally, the main goal here is that he looks away from the food and he doesn't go for it when I do that. Leave it. Leave it. Oh, that one landed right at his. That one landed right at his foot. That was tough. Good. Over here, nobody can see you. Being so good. So if he goes for it, I just cover it with my hand, right? Leave it. Good. That landed like right on his foot. It was hard. You are so good. He didn't get any of them. That's good. And I didn't actually cover them with my hand. So when I teach it, I'm covering it with my hand completely when he goes for it, and then taking it away and then covering it if he goes for it. And so what that does is that if you say, leave it, and he starts to go for it and you reach for it, he will automatically back up and be like, oh, this is the game where I'm not supposed to touch. And then I get treats for looking at you. So you can do that with stuff that falls on the ground as well. So if you drop something, you say leave it, and then you go for it, he doesn't dive for it. He actually backs off and is like, oh, I know this game. This is where I look up at you. That's why I do it I cover with my hand. You can also cover with your foot, but I feel like that looks like kicking. But sometimes it's easier with a little dog. Or if you have mobility issues. Good boy. Hugh. Good boy. Let's try that again. Place. Good job. Hugh. Oh, that was good. He made it 3/4 of the way there. That's good. That's good. That was so good. Try it one more time. Place. Okay. Koda, place. I mean. Heel. Koda. Heel. Doesn't mean come and jump on me. He's like, all I remember is the jumping. Good dog. Have to create a memory here. Multiple feeding. It's called jackpotting. Creating a high value zone. Creating core memory. What are you doing? Do you have to go out? Okay, he went and go to put his nose on the bell, so I'm just gonna let